Hello, and welcome to Hook On with Joy. Today, I'm not alone. I have a visitor for all of you, and it is my darling husband, Mr. Chibna. So today, it is the Chibnas, and I'll give a chance to my husband to introduce himself.
Hello, everyone. I'm Charles Moses Chibna, and I'm a lawyer by profession, the loving husband of Joyceloyk.
So, today I have a few questions for my husband. It is his birthday today. So, I decided to do a QA for him to answer a few questions about marriage, about relationships on the men's side. And yeah, you're privileged to have him here. So, to dive into the questions, but before we dive into the question, we have our way. Me and my darling husband, we have a way we look at love. He can explain it better.
We just view relationships as a saving box. What you put in is what you get. So if you put in love,
You get love.
when you put in hate,
You get hate.
when you put in respect,
You get respect.
when you put in care,
You get care.
yeah, and the list goes on and on. If you
It
put in money,
endless. You put in money,
you get money.
you get money. So yeah, that's the way we look at it. But above all, we look at marriage as a foundation with God. You have to have God as the foundation of your marriage. Otherwise, I don't think it will work. Like for us, I don't know what you think, and you could leave it in a comment section on your beliefs. But for us, our belief is we put God first in everything.
So that is practically saying put God in your box so that you can always be getting God out.
Yeah, and I'll be sharing my best verse about marriage, about relationships, and for me it is Songs of Solomon. Songs of Solomon, chapter 3, verse 4, which says, "I have found the one whom my soul loves." And how I would interpret that verse is, if I have found, not even if, because I don't like to use the word if. The verse itself says, "I have found the one whom my soul loves." So that person, I could describe my husband as whom my soul loves. That's enough. I have God, I have whom my soul loves, and that's it. So for me, that's my best Bible verse, and my darling husband will be sharing his best relationship or marriage Bible verse.
Well, I'm just going to just say I love the verse in the Bible that talks about submission, and it talks about how wives are supposed to be submitted to their husbands, and husbands have to love their wives. So that is the pattern. Most times when you look at it, men always are looking for respect, and submission is not necessarily being a slave to your husband, cooking and what and all that. No, submission is actually also two-way. Put it in context of your relationship with God. You submit to God. You see, you're not a slave to God. So it's the same thing when the Bible speaks of submission. And then the husband has to love, and it's the same thing. So the way I interpret it is that the three things, submission, love, and respect, move hand in hand, and they're not gender sensitive. They belong to all people.
So it's both ways.
Yeah.
A man has
The
to be
man
submissive
has to be
to his wife.
submissive. Yeah.
It is two-way.
And then he has to also respect his wife. He has to love his wife. The wife has to love him, and she also has to submit to him. Yes, that's the message.
Oh, thank you so much for that
You're
verse.
welcome.
I'm sure someone out there will be learning something from your verse and vice versa with my verse that I shared.
So I submit to you.
And you submit to me. And I submit to you.
And I respect you.
And we submit to each other. I respect
And I
you.
love you.
And we respect each other. I love you.
Generally-
We love each
generally,
other.
It goes back to what I was saying. What you put in your saving
Is
box
what
is
you get.
out.
I give you love.
I give you love.
We love each other. I give you care.
I care for you.
We care for each other.
Yeah,
So
something like that.
that's the best way to look at it. So I'm going to have a few questions to ask my darling husband today regarding relationships. And it's going to start with one of your scripture, what you shared from your scripture. You said in that scripture it has three things: submissive, you have to be submissive, you have to be respectful, and above all, love your wife or love your partner. So for me, my question is going to be, what do men want in a woman?
There's no. If you're to look at it from the worldly perspective, you would think, oh, we need affection, care. But what everyone wants is love, peace of mind, care. They want to also be respected, and all the good things that you would want from a fellow human being, or what men want. See, if I'm to look at it from a spiritual point of view, I believe what men want is a woman after God's heart, because once they get that, then they have everything. They have the peace of mind, they have the blessings, the favor of God, and the list is endless of all the good things that come their way.
So that will go to my next question. If you have that woman who gives you peace, that woman who gives you love, that woman who respects you, why do men cheat? Or why would that man cheat on his darling? It could be marriage, wife, it could be in a relationship, committed relationship that they've been together for quite some time. Why do men cheat? Why do some men cheat? Let me be specific, because not all men cheat. That's my perception.
So
Why?
I don't take cheating as only being a vice or a habit that is in men only. It's also in women. And I speak from a point of knowing quite a number of also females that have actually been cheating on their spouses. And then when I say spouse, I don't necessarily mean husband, wife, or boyfriend, girlfriend, because it all starts from courtship, where you're boyfriend and girlfriend, the foundations you build. So I would say that people cheat, not some men, not some women. People cheat because they make a cautious decision to go after something that they are desiring, that is lustful, something they feel that is missing at home, missing in their relationship. So they try to fill that void with meeting other people and trying making connections with them. Then they get entangled in some unwanted situation that ends up bringing that situation of cheating. But all I can say is, to sum it all up, cheating is a cautious decision. It's a choice a person makes, and it doesn't care whether you're man or woman. You are the one that determines whether you're going to cheat or not. But for the reasons why, there is no book that can tell you why people cheat. But all I can say is that people keep on trying to look for things that they are not willing to address in their relationships, in other people, and they end up getting attached to other people. They end up getting involved with other people because they just don't talk about them, about the issues that they are trying to run away from. Yeah, that's what I think.
Okay. Then the last question that I'm going to be asking my darling husband is, what advice would you give to someone who intends to get married or even newlyweds? Because I don't know if you're still newlyweds, but I would say we've tested. We know what marriage is now. For the time we've been together. We are celebrating our anniversary very soon. But yeah, going back to the question that I was asking my husband, what advice would you give to newlyweds or someone who is intending to get married or someone in a committed relationship?
Okay, so again, we all have different tastes and preferences, but if I was to give my opinion on it, I would think my advice would be, one, ask God for the mindset, the discernment of knowing exactly what you want in a woman. And the first thing that will always help you, look for someone that is God-fearing. Okay? That means they are submitted to God. That means they can be submissive to you. They respect God. That means they can respect you. And as you expecting such things from them, they love God, so they will love you. And the measure of which they love God should also come into your relationship. So I feel like it's also important for the man to have that same mindset before he starts expecting all these things from the woman. So before you do all that, make sure that God helps you see that this is the right person. And the easiest way to know is, one, they are God-fearing. And when I say that, it's not that they are perfect. Yeah. Today I cracked a joke with my wife. Okay, it wasn't a joke, it's something that I really meant. She asked me, out of 10, am I a 10 out of 10? And I told her something that was very controversial. Some people might not take it right, but it's what I feel, and I respect it very much. I told her she's a 9. If I'm to look at her herself, she is a 9. But that 1% she cannot attribute to herself. That 1% is me seeing God in her that makes her a 10. Yeah. So it's very important for you to perceive beyond what you expect. Like, it has to be God-centered. And I told her the 9 is practically all the good things that I know of her, as well as also the things that we are both working on towards making sure that we live a peaceful life, a growth-filled life, a life centered with God. And yeah, we are here to learn. To do what?
To have God in the center. And to have that deposit, that box where you put in positivity, abundance. Remember, you have to remember that you're abundantly blessed. The fact that you're together, whether you're in a relationship or you are married. For me, that's the one thing that I would add on top of what my husband has said, is remember that what you give is what you get. Yeah. And when you have God, among all those things, what you give is what you get, is you have it all. Yes.
Maybe something I could add. Please do not think that you're going to get a finished product when you're looking for marriage. That stuff doesn't work. God always sets us up for marriage so that we can grow as human beings.
True.
It takes a level of patience to live with someone. It takes a level of love to live with someone, to grow with someone, to wish them the very best, to be committed to them, to be loyal to them. And these things come with the more time you get to live with each other. So it's very important for you to know that your partner is not perfect, but you are going to go on a beautiful journey that is going to teach you to appreciate each other more, to grow with each other more, And yeah, it's very important to have that saving box. Put in love, put in care, put in respect, and all the things that you would want in your relationship. And if you feel like you're not getting the reciprocal value of it, take a step back, because sometimes those are signs from God to tell you, this is not the person. And if someone gets out of your life, it's not the end of the world. You have to look beyond that and see that He has a good plan for you, a plan to prosper you, a plan for a future. So that should be your truth.
My husband has said it all. I'm not adding anything. What I want to say is, if you have anything you want to share with us, leave it in the comment section, or you can always reach me on my handles. I'll be sharing them in the description box. And yeah, let's show each other love, because when you give love, you get love.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Use the comment section, leave your comment there, share, like, and yes, of course, stay safe.